What is up, folks? Briston Gaming. We are back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show will help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, I hope you guys are excited because we have a cool week ahead of us. We are going to cover some really cool server-side mods. But before we jump into anything, I do want to take a second to say thank you, mod authors, and thank you, community members, especially you community members who are mod authors, because you guys give me good suggestions. You guys give good feedback on everything. I really appreciate all the stuff. Mod authors, you guys coming up with stuff. I love it. I love seeing new mods. I love seeing old mods being updated. It's so cool seeing the work you guys do. Thank you guys so much for that. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into the mods. And the first mod is the super cool Ratbirch Primitive Days. I love this mod. It's a server side. I kind of want to call it an overhaul light because the way that it feels to me is like it's an overhaul light, but it's really not. All the mod does is it removes all the advanced weapons. So the only weapons you really have are melee stuff, the bows, and then the pipe pistols. So you can't get like the AK or the M60 and stuff like that, which I kind of like because like you can always craft a bow if you have the knowledge. You can do the clubs and the sledges and stuff like that too. The pipe pistols and stuff, yeah, sure, if you have the knowledge, you know how to do that. But like in a zombie apocalypse like this, where it's kind of gone on for a while, in my head, you wouldn't have these other cool guns and stuff. So I've always thought that was kind of nice. It also removes all the vehicles except the mini bike and the bicycle, which, you know, for me, bicycle is like the ultimate end of days type vehicle because you are the power source. It removes rocket launchers, removes grenades and time charges. It nerfs the pipe weapons to only have one mod slot apiece, but it adds an improved version. So we come here to the creative and we type in pipe. It adds improved versions which do better than the normal. So you can see that, you know, have higher damage rating on a level 2 versus a level 1, stuff like that, which I think is kind of cool. I'm sorry, a level 2. Between the two level 2s, the improved is slightly better, which I've always thought was really good as well. You get the ability starting day 1 to make the all the pipe stuff, which you had before. It removes drones. It tweaks lucky looting to make, you know, crafting the focus, which it's a survival crafting game. Fun pimps. Why are you trying to make it the survival looting game? I don't understand. It also makes a pipe weapon toolbox that you can throw down as a crafting station right here. Oh, that's not it. I'm sorry. It's this one. Yeah, pipe weapon toolbox. It adds a crappy shotgun turret. So if we say you get a crappy shotgun turret because it removes the SMG turret, which, you know, I thought was kind of cool. So it gives you a crappy shotgun turret or a crummy shotgun turret, I'm sorry, that you can find, that you can set out. It tweaks a lot of stuff now to where also you can have 3 junk turrets at Tech Junkie level 5 as opposed to 2. You've got resources for steel pipe, for gunsmithing and stuff. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that it changes to make things better. Now, I'm going to read some of the damage numbers for you guys, just so you guys can see a little bit. So if you're shooting the Fat Hawaiian, you're going to do, with a pipe pistol, about 76 damage. With the improved pipe pistol, about 100. The pipe shotgun's about 200. The improved pipe shotgun is about 3. The pipe rifle is 130. The improved pipe rifle is 180. And then, you know, kind of goes from there. This is just a really fun mod because, like, by the time you hit level 5, if you spec into all the gun stuff, you can have all 4 perks maxed out to be able to craft T6 pipe weapons, which I kind of think is good too, because again, it's a challenge factor that I think it really adds in some challenge. But you can also have, you know, 3 or 4 pipe machine guns on your hotbar with different mods depending on what you're going to do. One for, you know, spray and pray, one for high piercing, you know, just however you want to play it. It gives you, it takes you back to the primitive days of the early alphas, I think, but it also removes some of the guns that I don't want to say cause problems, but can take some of the fun out of it. Because, like, I remember back in the early alphas, the base building was a lot different, and this mod really focuses on that too. For horde nights and stuff, you can't just go super gun heavy. You actually either do a melee horde where you just run around and smack a zombie in the face and then run away, or you build a creative base for traps and stuff like that, which I've always thought was kind of cool. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next super cool server-side mod is the Corpses by JFusion, and what this mod does is we've got some volunteers here that once I take care of these guys, it's going to turn them into a block that we can harvest for resources. So we're going to smack this lady in the face. Come on, lady. And then in about 2 seconds, there we go. See, she turned into a block that we could harvest. Now what this does, I loved the vanilla version where you would loot zombies after you took them out and stuff like that. Or not the vanilla, but like the console versions. I love that factor. But the entity blocks, like these guys here, generate a lot, or cause, I'm going to say not generate, but cause a lot more problems with your FPS than a normal block does. And that's what this mod does, is it takes them from an entity to a block. So you actually can save on FPS, and you can tweak the settings as well to, instead of having it be at 3 seconds, or you can have it up to 5, 1, however you want it. But I will say that the slower or the faster you have it, I mean, so if you put it at like 1 second, sometimes if they die standing up, like before she'd have hit the ground, the block would have spawned, and the block only has 1 HP. So she would be, you know, smooshy douchey. But like, watch. Let's show you if we get a knife real quick. We walk up. We can actually go bloop, bloop. And it only works like that with a harvesting, because if the block were to spawn while she's falling down, then it would go splat and you wouldn't be able to get anything from it, because it doesn't have the HP to be able to support. And look at that. They turn it into different blocks too, which is kind of cool. I really do love that. I've always thought mods like this were really cool because, again, I love the old console days. It's nostalgia for me. But also because the resources with these guys can become necessary. And it's always fun too. I love seeing it on a horde night, you know, especially because I like doing a melee horde where I've got a sledge and a club and I'm, you know, running around like an idiot, jumping over stuff like this and then coming around, smacking a zombie in the face and then running away. And then I love circling back around and seeing a pile of corpses that I've taken out, especially, you know, if there's a late game stage horde that I'm fighting and it doesn't impact my FPS. I love that because I play with a potato. It is a fun mod. JFusion, thanks so much for this. I appreciate it so much. But with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next one. Alright, folks, so this next mod is the Server-Side Zombies by McPewPew, who brought us that cool Santa mod. Now, I will say, these zombies are weird. They keep falling down and I don't know why. Yeah, it's weird. But this thing does add in some good bosses. So it adds in Lucifer, who is floating around right here. What's up, Lucy? And then it adds in this cool pyromaniac dude who doesn't really have a whole heck of a lot of HP. But see, like, why did he fall down? They've been doing that and I don't know why. But Lucy Doocy here. So, so Lucifer comes back with this mod and has a new ranged attack. Not going to go into a whole lot of details with everything if you guys haven't played with this before, but look at that HP. That is insane. And then we have this mutated spider boss. Look at that. Or, I'm sorry, a radiated spider boss. That is just grody. And we have a mutated boss here, which, ugh. And then McPewPew, you sadistic bastard. Why on earth would you do this to us? I don't know what we did to you to make you hate us. But why would you create a raid boss with a vulture that spits stuff? Look at that. It has a ton of HP. That's a nightmare is what that is. We have a nice little lumberjack boss. And then we got a little zombie dog boss. A little mountain lion. And then a dire wolf. And then we got the wraith, which I don't know if it's supposed to be a ghost or not. And then we got the... How the hell did you get in the water? Burnt feral dude. We got this guy, the Baylor the Malevolent. I don't know how to read. So the cool thing about this is these bosses all have a chance to spawn in the wasteland. So, you know, higher in-game stuff, you're going to run into these more often than you would, say, you know, here in the forest, like in a city. So really, these aren't going to become a big issue for you unless you jump into the wasteland, which can be fun, you know. Running into this guy out in the wild, you know, could be interesting. Or this dude. Why did it sound like I hit a tree on that one? Well, you guys are just weird. This thing over here, though, good night. That is just pure nightmare full McPew-Pew. You are sadistic. I love it. But alright, folks, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mod. Alright, folks, so this last mod is the Zombiefunker by Piranhas. And no, you perverts, I said funker. Pervs. I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is just a cool server-side mod again that adds in some new items and stuff. So it adds in some weapons that you see on my hotbar down here. It adds in the Z-Killer Magnum, a legendary head taker, a super assault rifle, legendary AK-47, and a legendary Magnum. But it also adds in some other items, like it adds in the super auger, legendary 9mm ammo, legendary auto turret, some legendary repair kits, a super scavenger driver, the tokens and stuff you can use to purchase these items and stuff with. You have a legendary nail gun, some super glue. I don't know why I have that. The military sham, legendary dragon spear, and a legendary axe that, you know, is kind of cool. Decent damage, good stats for an axe. Looks kind of cool. I love the die for it. But, you know, like I said, the stats are pretty good. Look at that. Super high power damage. But the weapons, the guns, are super fun to play around with. Look at this 24-shot Magnum. Or a 20-shot double-barrel shotgun. We say, kaplamo! Took that guy out in one shot. We have this AK here, 289-round AK. And then we have this, I'm sorry, that was the Super Assault. This is the AK here. Still a 59-round AK. And then the Magnum here. We'll take out loosey-goosey in the freaking head. Wow, we barely did any damage to you. What? How strong are you? Some bitch. I left you guys here. Okay, there we go. Okay. The AK took care of him. So I left those guys there so I could show off these weapons, but oh wow, the curtain zombie's still alive. Not anymore. Hey, you want hey, look at this. I got some. He got so scared he died. And he pooped himself. That's not really what happened, but it's kind of what it looked like. Because like as soon as I walked up, pointed the gun at him, he shot out a bag and died. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Nightmare Fuel, meet my little Axie friend. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And look at how fast that attack is. What you cow? Hey, what you cow? 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 The problem is the power swing like that, you have to be really close. But we chopped the crap out these people. The normal attack here is just, you know, a little slow. But look at that. Show how the spear here works. Hey. Boy, I did not throw that very far. You guys didn't see that. Pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah. Eat a spear to the throat. Hey, come on. There we go. Go. Oh no, we killed everything. Damn, I thought we had one more left we could do the pokey poke on. But nope, that's it. This weapon mod is actually really cool. Finding these things is pretty fun, especially when you mix it with the McPew-Pew's server-side boss zombies and stuff, because I've only ever found these in the Wasteland. Playing around, like running through and stuff, like higher end loots. Yeah, sure, the chances are there that you're going to be able to find them earlier. You might be able to buy them from the traders and stuff like that. But I've only ever managed to really find these organically in loot in the Wasteland when I'm raiding like a tier 5 POI or something like that, doing a high-end quest. That's the only time I've managed to find these things. It's a fun mod to play around with. The guns are super awesome. The damage is super high. It works really well if you like mixing a lot of zombie mods and stuff together. Server-side Snuffkins, the end zombies, McPew-Pew's stuff. Like, you can have a lot of fun with this. You really can. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead and like and subscribe if you aren't. And have fun, folks. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.